It's Sunday night, and this is The Conjugal Visit on KGFRocks.com.
Yeah, it's the Conjugal Visits on a Sunday night. So glad you could all join us this evening. I am by myself. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not by myself. I'm with my good friend. And I couldn't do it without her. She's so cool. She's very cool. MJ420. Hi, MJ. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, I'm here to hold your hand. It's gonna be okay.
Thank you. It'll be okay. I know it'll be okay. We're missing Guido and Chaz. Chaz, I don't know what he's doing, but Guido had problems. So we'll just wait for him to appear magically one time or another. He'll probably come in sometime. And Chaz, I haven't heard from him since last week. He walked out on us in the middle of the interview last week. So
Did
didn't
he?
say nothing. Yeah, it was kind of I don't know. I don't know how to take that.
Was he mad?
I don't know. It was like, okay, I'm out of here. Bye. Click. See ya. He just walked away. So, I don't know.
Well, maybe he wasn't feeling the politician that you had on.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. He's not into all that, I guess. I don't know. It might have been fun, though. He could have made it stupid, if he really wanted to. I mean, yeah, that's what we were looking for. But it turned out to be pretty stupid, so it was pretty funny. So if you haven't heard it yet out there, tune into it. It's on our YouTube page on YouTube, KGFRocks.com on YouTube, and of course on Spreaker. And you can go in and find KGF Rocks and listen to all the shows from past shows. But anyways, you're out there in California and you're north of all the bad fires, huh?
Yeah, I am. Luckily, I'm in a good area where I'm not affected by the smoke or the danger of it. But I feel really bad for Big Sur and LA County. It's just really bad up south. It's bad.
Yeah, it is very ugly out there, and I see the video from out there, and oh my God, it's like an inferno.
Yeah, it's horrible. Thousands of homes have just been burnt to the ground. Actually, one of my friends on Facebook was affected and lost her home, so it's really sad.
Yeah, that is sad. Yeah, I mean, people losing their homes and stuff, but they have their lives. And
they got the guy. They did catch the guy that started the fire, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, but don't you hate it when people say, "Well, at least they have their lives"? Don't you hate that? They busted their ass for that stuff, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's all gone, and they have to get it all back.
Yeah,
and some people don't have insurance. I mean, you have to have insurance, but sometimes if you're on a fixed income,
it's hard.
Maybe you can't afford insurance, and then all of a sudden a fire comes and you're screwed.
Maybe you can't afford enough insurance.
Yeah.
They're insured, but they don't have that extra, kick in the ass where they're going to get their house back, They get enough money to get an apartment for a couple of years or something. They're really screwed. And then they got to buy all that stuff over again. And not to mention the memorabilia from your family and your family's history. It just burns your whole history to the ground. It's crazy. Yeah.
That stuff is irreplaceable, too.
Yeah. And then we had the floods down in New Orleans.
Yeah, the floods are really bad. I feel my heart goes out to New Orleans and just everybody on the East Coast. It's not just New Orleans. Everywhere on the East Coast has been affected by rain and flooding.
Yeah, and the tornadoes that touched down yesterday. We're in a whirlwind right now.
We are. The world's changing. I think it's crazy.
It is. It's a little nuts out there, and not to mention the fact people are killing each other, and the weather is horrible.
The weather is horrible,
but it was beautiful here today. Oh
You
my
know, we had
God, it
a
was
nice day
gorgeous.
too.
Yeah, it was pretty here. It was like 81 degrees, and there was a light breeze blowing out of the north, and it was a beautiful day. We earned it. I mean, it's been a hot summer, and I think
It has
we.
been. It's finally starting to cool down.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I like all four seasons. I used to.
I love fall. I'm
You like
so
the
over
fall?
summer. Yeah, because summer, okay, I love the summer for the going to the beach and the lake and
Right, right.
yeah, that kind of stuff. And it is perfect for stargazing. When you go outside at night, it's just beautiful, especially if you live in an area where you can see the stars. So that part of summer I enjoy and I absolutely love. But the heat, I freaking hate it. Because you
Yeah,
can't do if you don't have an air conditioner, you're screwed.
right.
But if you're cold, all you have to do is, put on some clothes, wrap yourself in a blanket, drink a cup of hot cocoa, and you're good to go.
Hmm.
So I love
And
that.
light a fire. You
Yeah.
light a fire, and you don't even turn the heat on, and you light a fire. Like today, Connie, the missus, I should say, had all the windows open, and I came home from work, and I said, "Baby, it's still hot in here," and I'm just not used to it yet. She goes,
Yeah.
"Fine," and she turned on the AC again, so I got AC back up. And of course, that was my allergies and stuff. But anyways, we're celebrating. This is actually my seventh day without smoking. Now,
Yay.
I cannot lie. I have cheated a couple of times. There were some events that happened that kind of got under my skin, and I cheated. But you know what? They tasted like shit, so that's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
It is a good sign. And so I sit here with my big red gum and my bottle of water, and I'm just kicking back with you and having conversation. So, and did you see any? Have you seen any movies that you liked?
Yeah, I have. I saw the Justice League. Was
Well,
one of the last movies I saw. It was really good. I liked it. You have to be into the comics though, and you have to be all into, Batman and Superman and the Joker and all those people.
right,
You have to love that
right.
kind of stuff if you're gonna watch it. But I saw that, and then I saw the remake of Ghostbusters,
Yeah, what'd you think?
and it was actually very funny.
Was it?
And it was scary too because now that the years have progressed and we have a lot of more cinematography and all the
Right, right.
special effects, so like when they did the ghost parts, and it actually spooked me and I got scared.
Oh no,
so
really?
so it was cool. I got a little scared and I laughed and I got a little teary-eyed at the end. It was cool, and there was a lot of good cameos. Like everybody that was in the original Ghostbusters showed up and
Oh,
made little
cool.
cameos, so that was neat. It was
Right.
a really good movie.
But
I liked
Egon,
it.
Egon wasn't there.
No, of course not, because he
No,
passed away.
he
God rest his soul.
yeah, he was a great actor and a great writer.
He
He
was.
was funny as hell. So yeah, he's missed. But who is the black actress that plays? She does the I guess she does an insurance commercial too, doesn't
I'm trying
she?
to remember. Oh,
Yeah.
what's her name?
What is her name? I can't think of
I
her name.
forgot her, but she was funny in the movie. I
Was
liked
she?
her character.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
She
cool.
was funny. I forgot her name, but she was hilarious. And I like the other. The other. She's a thick girl. She's funny comedian. She was so funny.
Yeah,
You know what? All the girls in the movie were funny. They made me laugh. All of them.
he was Harold Ramis is who that was. Who passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah, he passed away about 2 years ago,
yeah, yeah.
a little more. Yeah,
I don't think he would be happy. The reason why it took so long for them to do it is because the guy that originally wrote it. He didn't
yeah.
want to do it. He didn't want to do a remake.
No, he didn't want to do a remake.
And Dan Aykroyd went against his wishes
Right,
after he
right,
passed. So
right. And you just figure that you just figure that they were going to do a remake sooner or later. But the twist was that they're
girls,
doing it with females, right, and ladies,
hmm all
and
girls.
all girls, right? Now is the person who actually plays the lawyer or the victim, that turns into a dog. Is that a guy? Who is that?
The one that turns into a dog.
Yeah, did they follow the same script as the first
No, they
movie?
went. They did their own story.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it was an old. They did their own like little ghost story. It was different story.
okay,
But
okay.
but they did stick to a little bit of part of the Sigourney Weaver one.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the painter or the painting,
Oh,
the
huh?
bad guy in the painting?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna come out in that a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to give too much away, but 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 they did stick to their own little story, and
Okay. So did she make an appearance as well, Sigourney?
yeah, actually she did.
Oh, cool.
She does make an appearance. Actually, everybody made an appearance except for the only person that I couldn't see in the movie is Rick Moranis. I didn't see Rick Moranis in it. He didn't come back for it.
Okay.
But everyone else did. Even the girl with the glasses, and
Right. Right.
she was in it. So
Well.
they had a lot of people, but they all played different characters. They weren't themselves. They were somebody else. But they were all even the yeah, all the ghosts except for the guy that passed away was not in it, and Rick Moranis. Those two were not.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he just didn't want to do it, I guess, huh?
No, but it was a good storyline, and it was funny, and it scared you a little bit because it's about ghosts, so it was cool.
Oh, cool. Cool. All
So
right.
those are the last two movies I think I saw that were new and good, and I definitely recommend to go see.
Okay. All right. So Ghostbusters. We were going to go see that last night, or when was it? I guess it was. Yeah, it was yesterday afternoon. Friday afternoon is when it was, and we decided against it. We went to bed.
Mm.
Yeah, we decided to go to bed. So anyway, yeah, this whole genre of remaking movies and TV shows like the Wild Wild West.
Hmm.
You notice how they go the direct polar opposite?
They do. The only thing that I don't understand is why do they do it? Are they that lazy that they're running out of ideas that they can't make up new stories? Because some movies and even some TV shows I don't think should be remade. They're
Right,
just cult classics that you just don't fuck with, and you can't.
right,
You know what I mean? Like Poltergeist. I was actually pissed off that they did a remake of it because you
yeah,
can't touch that movie.
no, and The Exorcist,
Yeah.
and they're doing
So,
a TV. I think this is like the ninth TV show that they've done on The Exorcist.
yeah. So like,
Yeah,
cut it out,
eh,
writers.
just let it
Get
go,
more
man.
creative. Get more creative. Make up new stories, please. Because yeah, you just don't fuck with certain people's. You
Right,
just can't mess with cult class. They're just you can't. Some movies
right.
do not need to be remade.
That's right.
Can you imagine doing a Back to the Future without Michael J. Fox?
No,
Like it would make no sense. It would have to
no,
be
but they
Michael
would
J.
use. No offense to to our listeners or anybody who might be listening, but um, uh, they would redo it with African American actors,
Maybe, yeah.
and that's my thinking here. That's my thinking, and then you'd have Michael J. Fox could do a cameo, and so can Doc Brown, whatever the hell his name is, and uh, that would be about it. Those would be the only two that would come in. Oh, and you got to think about what's his name, too, the guy that played oh Buff. What's his name? Biff. Yeah, Biff.
Yeah, Biff.
Yeah, Biff. They'd have to bring Biff back. So, but yeah, I couldn't imagine them redoing that movie at all. I
Yeah,
couldn't
you just can't. Certain movies you just
mess
shouldn't.
with.
Yeah, and I think it's because they're running out of ideas. But it's like you know what, the ideas are there. Just stop being lazy and be more creative. Smoke more pot. It'll come to you.
Hooligan said Michael J. Fox could do the cameo during the earthquake scene.
Oh Jesus! Let's say that he's horrible.
Ah, he,
Huh? I need to spank that hooligan. But yeah, some movies they just shouldn't be messed with.
no, no, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be messed with at all. Yeah, Michael.
I'm looking forward to Halloween. I love the scary movies. I love all the scary
Well, they
stuff.
did. How many Halloweens did they do? Like 15,
Oh yeah, there's
16?
like tons of Halloweens. I like, you know what though? I wasn't upset when Rob Zombie did it when he remade it because I like how he thinks.
Right. Well,
Rob
he's
Zombie,
not. He's
he's a
not.
great writer, director. Like he knows how to put shit together. I love Rob.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, he was an outsider. He's not a Hollywood insider.
Yeah.
You
So
know, he was something
I
different.
liked when he messed with it. But that's just me. Other people might not, feel the same way. Maybe they're like, I like the original Halloweens, but that story always scares me.
Right, right. Yeah. Guido's messing with us over here on Messenger, man. If you're out there listening, you want to come in on Messenger, you can join us on the Spreaker page and say hello in there as well.
Hi, Guido. Are you stuck somewhere? Do you have enough
No,
water?
he. I think he's home. I think he's just blowing us off. He's being rude.
Oh, he's smoking all the weed, doesn't want to share.
Yeah, he doesn't want to share. He doesn't want to join the circle tonight. And
That's
I
not
don't
cool. Guido,
that's
I'll
not cool.
remember that.
Yeah, Guido. You know what? We're never going to forget this, man. We're never going
So
to forget.
now that you're quitting smoking cigarettes, are you going to quit the pot too?
Um, can't say either way. More than likely,
Have you tried vaping?
yeah. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
It
It
gives you more of a body high when you vape weed.
yeah. No. I'm just not. I'm at a point right now where it's kind of like, okay, well, been there, done that. I'm getting old. You're
Yeah.
never too old to rock and roll, right?
No.
But at the same time, when you look at your stats, I'll say I'm not going to go into detail, but if you look at your stats, you got to say, wow, something's got to change.
Yeah.
Something needs to change.
Well,
So
that's good.
yeah,
Just stick with it. Like I said, it's really after the first, they say after the first 48 hours, your body, the nicotine, after 3 days, nicotine leaves your system.
right.
So your body doesn't fiend for it, but it's actually a more habitual thing. It's like having something in your mouth. Like you always like to smoke a cigarette after you have sex, or you
Or
always like
eat.
to, or eat after a full meal. You just got to
Yeah.
find something to do with your hands
I
after
used to.
those things.
I used to always say after a big meal or a steak or something, I would say, "Wow, that's a two cigarette dinner there, boy." I tell you what.
Yeah. So you just got to figure out how to keep your hands busy.
I don't think you're getting blown at all there, Guido. I really don't. But anyway,
I can't read the chat, so I have no idea what he's saying.
oh, they're saying all kinds of nasty stuff. They're just disgusting people. It's so bad I can't share. Yeah, maybe I'm getting blown. I doubt that highly. Your wife is probably pissed at you anyway.
No.
So anyway, the this week he picked a really obscure artist of the week.
Who is it?
It is White Stripes.
Oh, I love them.
The White
I love.
Stripes.
I love Jack White. He's an
Oh
amazing
yeah,
artist.
yeah he is.
Did you know not only does he know how to rock it, but he knows how to rock the shit out of the blues.
Yeah,
You should
he's
check out
bluesy.
his blues music because it's amazing.
Yeah, he is a good artist. He really is.
Oh, I love
I was
him.
listening to some before the show tonight, and I said, "Wow, man, I didn't know that was the White. I didn't know that was him." And then I looked at it again, and I said, "Yeah, that's him, man, for sure,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure."
no, he's very, very, very talented, and he could do any. He could probably do any genre of music.
Right.
I think my favorite though that I've been playing a lot lately because I do blues music for a club, and I love sitting on top of the world. His version of it, it's really good.
Sitting
So
on top of the world.
yeah, so if you get
Yeah.
a chance, you should listen to it. It's really good. He's got a great voice.
Right. Right. Definitely does.
And then
Definitely does.
Seven Nation, what is it? Seven Nation Army. That's one of my favorite songs by them. It's a good song. It's an old school song.
It's an old school song. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because they've been around forever.
Yeah. Now he picked a good one this week. Like I said, they're a little bit abstract. They're not your normal hits kind of artist. So they're very good. They're very good. I'm going to let's see. We got about a couple more minutes here, and we're going to be going into our interview here shortly. But
Who are
uh,
you interviewing?
tonight we've got the easy outs. I've got both Paul Lambert and also Bruce Ferguson. from the band the Easy Outs coming on tonight,
Oh,
and they're very good. I mean, I've been listening,
nice.
and we've got them in our rotation already, and we're just rocking it out, man. They're good stuff. So
Well,
uh,
sounds like a good plan. I hope you
they're
have a
they're
good
getting a
interview.
yeah, they've doing really well in their region. They're from, I guess they're from Jersey, New York area, and
Hmm.
they're doing really well. So the radio stations are playing them and picking them up and playing them and stuff. So they're going to do really well. They're doing
Well,
really
that's
well.
great that you're giving them a voice. And see,
Yeah,
that's what I love about KGF Rocks is that you guys promote indie bands and bands that maybe aren't really known that other people need to listen to. So definitely if you're a band out there or you're a music artist and you want to get your music pushed and rock it, hit us up here at KGF Rocks and they'll hook you up.
yeah, definitely do that. Definitely do that because we're
They'll
bringing
play
in.
your music in rotation.
Yeah, and I got you on interviews, and we'll even help you to get your music out there, and we'll put it in rotation for you, especially if it's a really rocking tune. So
Yeah, so
that'll be
definitely
nice.
hit up KGF Rocks. They're on Twitter, on Facebook. Look us up.
Killer. Well, there we are. Wait, what a plug. You you're pretty good at it, hon. You're pretty good
Thank
at it.
you.
Yeah, you're not bad. I can't complain. I
Well,
can't
I
complain.
love you guys. I want you guys to keep rocking it. So.
Yeah, and we are too. We keep rocking it. Next week we got a show coming up, but I can't tell you who it's going to be yet. I got to wait until I release it, and we're going to release that on Facebook. But that'll be for next Sunday, and it's going to be a pretty good show next week too. So can't wait for that. We're pretty excited
Sounds
about it.
exciting. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, it's going to be fun. So, but I still haven't got confirmation yet, so I need to get confirmation for it. So.
Well, hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah, definitely. I'm wondering if Guido's going to help me out here, but we're going to have to move on to our guests this evening, and
Okay.
that is. You want to hang around with me for a minute?
Do you need me to hang? You want me to hang around with you?
I'm all by myself,
I will hold
man.
you. Need to.
I'm all by myself. These guys are killing me tonight. I don't understand it. Chaz doesn't like me very much.
Don't say that. I'm sure Chaz loves you.
No, I don't know. I don't
You
know. He kind
trash
of.
talk him on air that he's not gonna.
Well, I'm not trash talking him. I just don't think he's a nice guy and all. I like him and all, but I don't think he likes me, kind of
You know
thing.
what? Maybe we should have that should be our next little talk thing next week. Figure out what is up with Chaz and Free here and how to
Yeah,
make the relationship better.
yeah. I mean, I just want everybody to love me, man. That's all.
You don't love him. He's a stoner. We don't do
I,
no wrong, right? Us stoners are just the most chillest people in the world.
we are. I mean, we really are. I mean, there's no getting around it. I mean, we've had some fantastic interviews. I mean,
Right.
we've had some killer interviews. I mean, if you haven't checked them out yet, go over to our YouTube page at kgfrocks.com on YouTube. Check out all the interviews there. Okay, real quick. Okay. Anyway, but don't leave yet. Don't leave because you don't want to miss this. We're going to be bringing them in now in about I'm going to say about 2.5 minutes because
Okay.
first we're going to play "Shake That Thing," and this is you're going to like this, guys. We'll be right back with our guest. Shake That Thing and the Easy Outs here on the Conjugal Visit Show, and I'm Free Ride along with my good friend MJ420, and with us on Skype, our good friends over there at the Easy Outs. This is Paul Lambert and Bruce Furguson. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey, what's happening?
What's going on?
Hi guys, how you been? Okay, I hope.
Good, busy,
Good,
busy, busy.
good. Yeah, busy, a lot busy. Yeah, but we've been rocking a lot of the Easy Outs on our station, man. I'm going to tell you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it kicks ass, man. That's good stuff. So I'm just, we're just, I've been chomping at the bit all week to talk to you about a couple of things. First of all, are you guys got anything going on with the studio anytime soon?
Actually, we're in the studio right now recording the follow up to Desolate Row,
Oh,
and,
killer.
and
Yeah.
we're about 10 songs in, and it's coming along great. It's going to be. I think it's going to blow Desolate Row right out of the water. To be honest with you, we're really happy with it.
And that's a rocking album all by itself, man. Yeah, that's excellent.
Nice.
It's going to be the next step.
The next step. So
Yeah.
I know you guys are really popular within your region. Any after this album, are you thinking about maybe doing a little promotion by tour or what?
Well, that's definitely, I think, is going to be in the future. We're going to kick it up a notch after the next record's out,
Right.
as far as going to more different places than we've been, and all over.
Yeah. And now I got to we got to differentiate who's talking first. Was that Bruce talking there?
This is Bruce.
Okay, this is Bruce. Are you guys on two separate mics?
No,
Oh, okay. Oh, on the same mic. Oh, okay. All right, that's cool.
and I'm Paul.
And I'm Paul.
Hi,
Okay.
Paul.
Hello there, MJ.
Nice to meet you.
Same here.
She's so silly. So, and what studio are you guys in right now?
We recorded at the House of Vibes up
Okay.
in
Highlands.
Highland Park.
Oh, Highland Park, New Jersey.
Yeah, Kurt's producing the next record. He did the last one, and he's also worked with. He did 3 Smithereens records. He just did. He did the Mark Lindsay from Paul Revere and the Raiders solo record a couple years ago.
Okay.
So his track record's really good, and he's in the Gripweeds, by the way.
He's in the grip weeds. Yeah, I'm reading that. Let's see. I'm trying to get all the names of the guys in the band here together. There it is, right there. We still have Steve DeVito in there and lead guitar, and then we have Mickey D on guitar, and John
DeVolo on bass.
DeVolo on bass, and then you got Paul Lambert on drums,
That's me.
and then your lead vocals there, Bruce Furguson, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, have you guys? So you're locked in the studio now. What's it? Tell me a little bit about the Easy Outs and where it got its start.
Well, I started this thing back in 2008, and I put it together with a friend of mine, trying to make a rock and roll record, straight ahead rock and roll record. So I wrote a bunch of songs with a buddy of mine, and it wasn't going to be a solo thing because I like the band, the whole idea of a band. I didn't want to do a solo record or anything. So I wrote a bunch of songs with a buddy of mine, and we put it out as the Easy Outs in 2009 on Main Man Records. And it did pretty well as far as airplay, reviews, and things like that. And what happened was about a year or two later, I wanted to put a band around the record. And that's when I got Steve, Mike, John, and Paul came in. Paul came in last November, and who's really took the band to the next step, sound-wise. I mean, he really came in and drastically made us so much better. So that's what I did. I basically put a band together for that record. And then we recorded Desolate Row. And that was done over a 3-year period because we had members coming and going. And we finally released it last year on Main Man Records. And it's doing very well. Very well. Better than I thought it would. As far as, sales and airplay. I mean, we sold out, 3 times on Amazon the first day it was released.
Oh, that's great.
Impressive. That's
which was
awesome.
really cool.
Yeah.
So,
it is a great. It's really a strong album, and they calling it street rock. Where does that come from, man?
Well, it's like bare bones, street rock, New York City rock and roll. Like the old days, like the old, CBGB's days.
Yeah, like
Nice.
Yeah,
And there's a little bit of mixture in there. There's, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, straight up rock and roll.
No electronic influence, and I think we all come from similar backgrounds as far as musically influenced, and that adds to the sound that we have. came from that era, listening to the same bands, and I mean that adds to the chemistry of the songs that we write.
That's awesome.
And we try to keep the songs at 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes, because
Well, they're radio tight for sure.
yes, and that's the number one thing is to when you make an album, you want to get on the radio, obviously,
Right,
and
right.
the 4 or 5 minute, 6 minute songs just don't work anymore,
They don't put the ballads on like they used to. That's for sure. That 7.5 minute Leonard Skinner song, or the
Yeah.
9 minute Led Zeppelin tune, or the Yes, play the whole Yes album.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. They don't do that anymore, man. If they do, they're a classic rock station, because the new stuff is just not like that.
yeah, because people's attention span is real quick.
Real short.
Yeah, and if you get a song in there that's 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes long, and it's done, and they love it, and they want more, then you did your job. It's like, wow, I want to hear more of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. And you know what? And if it goes quick and to the point, then and the song gets the airplay that it needs, then you've filled the genre.
Yeah,
And,
battle. Yeah.
yeah, you filled the title on it, and that's all you need is to get the word out there. And if you've got a good song and a great hook, then who needs anything else, right? And especially in today's music, you want to get it on the air, and the shorter song, well, not the shorter song, but the radio length songs are getting on the air.
Yeah.
Right. And difference too is the rock and roll that we're making is kind of like Bruce alluded to. It is grassroots rock and roll. There actually is a guitar solo in there too, where a lot of pop music today doesn't have that.
No, they don't. And then they always make these remixes where they throw stuff in there. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. So I don't.
No.
Where's your stand on that? Something like that, where they do these remixes where they add all this extra crap in there.
No,
Build their song.
Yeah. It's not music. It's not it's not well,
real.
I'm sorry, I can't say it's not music. It's not our style of music. We're again, I think it's making us successful is the chemistry, our influences. We all, we start writing a song, it comes together quite easily, and there is room for a solo, and no room for drum solos yet, but I'm working on them.
That's okay. Ringo didn't get a drum solo to 1972, so
Right. Right,
by then it was already over. So what do you do?
Well, wait a minute. Didn't Ringo do a little solo in Birthday?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I guess it was 69.
Right.
69 or something. The last album, he got a drum solo on Boy, You Can Carry That Weight. That was Carry Your Weight.
Yep.
Carry Your Weight. That was his.
Right.
That was his big drum solo, and it was on the last album that they ever did. They finally let Ringo do a drum solo. So, but
So he was the reason they broke up.
yeah, it was all his fault, man. It was all his fault. Yeah, Yoko didn't have nothing to do with it. I swear.
Right.
I swear, Yoko didn't have a damn thing to do with it. But anyway, guys, tell me something. Now, Paul. When did you start playing drums? And give me a little bit of a bio on you, man. How long you been doing this?
Well, I've been playing drums since I'm about 11 years old, on and off, and then really took it seriously like the last 10, 15 years. Quick story is that, I played in cover bands my whole life, and then once I moved down to this area, I'm new to New Jersey last 2 years, and an incredible music scene, meeting some incredible musicians, including the Easy Outs, and then they just took me to another level. And you know what they say? It's like when you're surrounded by good musicians, you just start to play better, and that's what's been happening over the last year and a half. And yeah, I mean, I grew up listening to John Bonham, Neil Peart. Those are definitely the two icons that kind of molded my playing.
I noticed no Kiss was mentioned in that.
Well, I listened to Kiss too. Absolutely. Who didn't listen to Kiss?
Who didn't listen? But I mean, your main influences was that kind of a more of a I guess a bluesy rock kind of drum beat, or
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's actually both. I followed Bonham with that soulful groove, and then Neil Peart, which is some real complicated stuff. So I kind of find a middle ground, and whatever I was actually capable of playing, and that's how my style kind of evolved.
And Bruce, tell me a little bit about your career, man. When did you start doing this? And
Um, well, I wrote my first song when I was 12,
Wow.
and I've been writing ever since. I've always been a writer. I hate doing covers because I believe that if you write songs, what do you need to do covers for?
right,
Yeah, and another reason why is because I can't remember the words anyway. That's why. That's why I don't do covers. You know what I'm saying?
because you don't remember you don't remember
I
the,
can't
the
remember
lyrics.
the words, but I've always been like an original guy. I've always stuck to my guns, and like I said, I've been writing all my life, and I did a couple albums back in 2005 with an old band that are out there. But when the Easy Out started, I was consumed with that, and that was like that's my main focus. And I'm writing a lot. I'm doing a lot of writing with this band. So, and I'm really like, as far as the new records coming, I'm very proud of it. So that's what I've been doing.
Oh,
That's
cool.
pretty awesome.
I mean, I'll drive down the street with a in my car, and I'll have a pamphlet with me, and I'll just like something will come to me. I'll just write it down or sing it into my phone or whatever, because I can always use it somewhere. So,
Right.
I think that's amazing. I am not a writer, but I'm so impressed with people that can just come up with lyrics. That's amazing. And you make more money because you don't have to hire someone to write the music for you.
yeah, I mean, the way we do it is that we usually come up with the music first. We come up with a riff, and then we work around it. And then what I do is I listen to it, and it's the music that inspires me to what I'm going to write in the song. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A certain hook in the song or a certain feel will tell me what I'm going to do, and it usually works. That's pretty much the way I work, and it's real simple for me.
Oh, that's amazing.
I enjoy it though because it's such a challenge,
Yeah.
because you're always trying to top yourself.
It's definitely not easy.
No, it's not easy to top yourself, but when you have great musicians around you, doesn't that make it a little bit easier to write your music?
Oh, absolutely. When Paul came, now Wendy hired Paul back in November, and he's brought this band to a total different level. I mean, it's just amazing. He's phenomenal drummer.
Thanks, Brucey.
I think
isn't
it's
that
great
sweet?
that you guys. Yeah, it's really cool when a band works so well together.
Yeah. No, I can't hear you. Yeah, Guido wants to know if I can hear him, and I can't hear him. I guess I don't know if he's talking or not.
And Wendy's here too, by the way.
Oh, hi, Wendy. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You listening in?
I'm sitting right here with them.
Oh, well, very cool.
She's holding cue cards.
Yes, I'm holding up all the cue cards for film with the set.
You're holding up the cue card, so you're listening to my question, and then you're answering them for them?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Hiding in the media. So,
Yeah. I'm tough like that.
So Bruce, give me an idea of the era in which you went to high school and what influenced you when you were in high school to actually go to music.
You know what really influenced me a lot was the New York scene back in the late 70s.
Okay,
Like-
Ramones.
The New York Dolls is a very big influence. Kiss, Alice Cooper, the Slade,
Kiss.
Kiss, and
Kiss and more Kiss.
that's it.
1 out of 2 ain't bad, Guido.
Yeah, and that's like pure rock and roll coming from those guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you listen to like Love Gun and Rock and Roll Over, they're great records. They really are.
Oh, the Love Gun was one of the best songs that had guitar solo on the outro. I mean, it
Yeah.
was you had to wait till the end to hear the solo.
Yeah.
Oh, by
So-
the way, this is Guido. This is Guido. He finally decided to join us.
Oh, cool.
I'm a stoner, so I'm always late. So
Guido.
Hey, Guido.
Hey,
Did you save us some weed?
no, I am packing right now because since Free Ride doesn't smoke anymore, I think I'll smoke for him too.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. In my honor. Yeah.
Enjoy.
But anyways, I don't know if you guys talked about this. So I was kind of listening to the show before I came on, but I understand you guys had one of your songs on a NASCAR television show.
Yeah, we did. I did a single back in 2010 called "Come On, Come On" that was written for us by a friend of mine, and within a month it was on NASCAR. It was featured on NASCAR on ESPN,
Oh, nice.
which I thought was really cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very cool.
So, and
Those
you know,
the NASCAR fans actually still buy music, so those are the kind of people you want to like you.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
they actually buy the albums that show up at the races and stuff. So was it distributed at some of the races?
Just was on that the TV show that I guess that
Okay.
was on ESPN. It was featured in there.
That should have been enough, right?
Yeah.
Hey, shit! If I can get a song that I wrote featured on any show, I'd be happy. I don't even care if it's like the Hillary Clinton show. No, I would care.
No, you would care. You would care.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would care. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am afraid you would care, sir.
Well, you know, we're you never know when we get approached by someone for, you know, if they need a song for a film or a TV show, we've got plenty of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That can always happen.
Yeah, that's always
sure.
cool. Yeah, we've had guests like that. Now, speaking of Jersey, you guys are from Jersey. You guys know Mike LaPon, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on our show. When was it? Like December?
Yeah, he's like an awesome, nice guy.
I mean, he was really cool, and we had such a great conversation with him, just like we're having with you guys. And he said that the scene out there in Jersey is pretty tough, man.
He's right.
Yeah, he's come to a few of our shows, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, cool.
Yeah, it's tough, but the positive thing is that it does exist, versus a lot of parts of the Northeast where the music scene is just non-existent or dead or just cover music. But
Like
hear-
where I'm from Buffalo, New York. It's cover city.
yeah,
Well, that's what it's getting in here, but I think it weeds out too. The better bands.
Well,
But
we
they-
do have local bands and some venues for them, but the problem is there's nobody here to push them. Everybody rather hear some guy that looks like Scott Stapp do Creed. Which
No.
Right, no, I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, you know, I mean, like I don't like Scott Stapp to
She's
begin
like,
with.
no.
And they're covering bands that nobody gives a shit about. I mean, like I saw a cover band. It was a Godsmack cover band. They're still touring. Stop. You can't cover people that are still relevant. You know.
yeah, still,
I'll go see the real band. You know.
Yeah.
But
But so
stuff like that out here too.
is there
There's
venues
so
there?
much out here. You know, it's so flooded out here with cover bands and single cover artists that it's just to me, in my own opinion, it's just getting ridiculous. There's the originality of everything of music in a lot of areas. It's just really going down the tubes.
Well, yeah, I agree. And originality left as soon as auto-tune came.
You know, it's
Yeah,
because
right.
it's like everybody's in for the money. You know, there's no real passion. A lot. There's not much passion in music. People just want to go in there and make money, and this, but they're doing other people's stuff. And I was never like that. To me, it's all about passion of doing it. You know, it's like an author writing a book.
Right.
You know, he's not gonna, copy another book just to get. You know, he's an author. He writes his own stuff. He writes his own stories. You know, And it's just like Hollywood. Hollywood's remaking all these movies and this and that. There's so many bands that are doing the same songs over and over. It gets so old after a while.
Right. Now, I don't mind
You
if
know what
a
I
band
mean?
does an obscure cover. I mean, like I loved when like David Lee Roth did, Just a Gigolo. Okay, he paid homage to his influences, but he's not a cover artist.
Yeah.
It's okay if you do somebody else's song, but not all their songs.
It's a tasty cover, yeah.
Right.
And it's got to fit your style too.
Right.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like when Kiss, and here's an example. Kiss did, and then she kissed me on I believe on Love
Destroyer.
Gun.
It was Love Gun.
Love Gun?
Yep.
Now, I always loved that song because of the Ronettes and all those early girl bands were phenomenal back in the '60s. But Kiss really did a great version of that. They kept it simple.
And all they did was change then, then She Kissed Me from then He Kissed Me. But talking about covers with Kiss, my favorite Kiss cover of all time is 2000 Man. And a lot of people don't even know the Rolling Stones version.
Oh, it's great. Especially the unplugged version.
Oh, the unplugged version is definitely better. Absolutely.
Phenomenal.
But that's the thing is they did a song by the Stones that nobody knew. It wasn't like they did, Under My Thumb or, whatever. They did a song that, like, that's the Stones. I didn't even know that was the Stones, And it was like a good cover.
And Ace did it.
Yeah, Ace did it. Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, it only takes Ace, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ace is a fat man now because of all his alcohol abuse. He's really packing on the pounds. I seen him not that long ago, and I'm like, wow, man, you were my role model. Now I don't know anymore.
Have you seen the pictures of Johnny Lydon lately?
Oh wow, yes, from Johnny Lydon,
Johnny Rotten.
Johnny Rotten, yeah. And I never got into him until he was in Public Image Limited.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
he's huge.
He is huge, and I don't know what happened to him because he just disappeared. When he disappeared, he wasn't huge.
Well, then he blew up.
Yeah,
yeah, he got huge, physically huge.
I thought I was going to kill myself over Adam Ant when I saw him.
yeah. He could be Meatloaf's stunt double.
Right?
Really?
This is true.
Meatloaf falls on his face as regularly as I don't know what. He falls on his face every time I turn around. He's doing the show. He's passing out.
He'll do anything for love.
Yeah,
but he won't do that.
But he won't stand on the stage. He won't stay on the stage for very freaking long. So,
he just did pass out like a couple weeks ago. He fainted on stage.
yeah, he fainted again.
Yep.
This is like the 5th time he's done that. Now we just had a
healthy.
yeah, we just recently had a death in rock and roll. I don't know if he's considered rock and roll or not anymore. But the former, I guess, guitarist from Three Doors Down.
Oh yeah, I saw that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he passed away. What the hell was it? I just had it up there.
He's not
there
that
it is.
old.
Oh, there it is. It was Matt Roberts. He was only 38.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Got old.
Yeah, he passed away from an overdose.
Yeah, the early guitar player.
Oh, the first guitar player.
Yeah.
I was going to say
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, he was let go in 2012. So
He was the original, but he was there when they were still actually kind of rock.
Yeah.
When they were still, then they started writing songs for the charts instead of just writing music. I hate when that.
Yeah, no, he was. He was one of the founding guitarists of that.
Yeah, he had some health concerns, but getting back to you guys, you got a vision you want to share with us? What band would you guys like to one day open for you?
Open for
There
you.
you go.
Yeah.
I like that question.
Yeah.
What?
Foo Fighters.
Yeah, talk about dreaming big.
See, I could probably arrange that.
Dave Grohl's up for anything. He probably would.
Yeah,
He
right?
probably would.
Play a bar mitzvah.
Just have one big jam,
Play a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, he would. Dave Grohl is just a rock and roll madman. I remember for his birthday a couple years ago, he played a show in Los Angeles, and every song he brought up a new celebrity.
Yep.
With Paul Stanley sang a song with them, Zach Wilde came out, Slash came out. Every song had a different celebrity. I'm like, everybody loves him, you know.
David Lee came.
Just
I
to
think
go
when
do
you
that.
first saw David Lee after a while.
I know when he had his tattoo vest, I'm like, why has he got a vest on? And then I'm like, holy fuck,
yeah.
those are tattoos.
Yeah.
He hit 70 and, you know, he had his midlife crisis or whatever. I remember when Dave Lee Roth got arrested in Central Park for trying to buy a dime bag off an undercover cop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And he was an EMT in Harlem, Manhattan.
Yep. I would love to get saved by Dave Lee Roth.
Well, man, you'd be tripping if it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Dave Lee Roth came
did I take that much acid?
Yeah.
Well, his dad was a big blues artist, wasn't he?
No, his dad was a plastic surgeon.
His dad was I thought his dad was an artist. Of
No,
some sort.
Van
Or was
Halen's father was a jazz.
Like
Okay.
a clarinet.
Yeah, clarinet.
Clarinet. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. That's the one. Okay.
Yeah, I think David Lee's father, I think, helped finance the first record.
Absolutely did, and he also the reason they hired Dave Lee Roth was not because of his vocal powers; it was because he had his own PA system, and he had the money from his father to do showcase gigs. So that, to me, that was like, hey, you're in the band, you got money, come on in, buddy.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, nothing like the first Van Halen record, though.
Oh, nothing. The first three for me are great, and then they got to where it's commercial, you know. And with Sammy Hagar, I like it, but it's not Van Halen.
Right. I agree.
I prefer Sammy Hagar as Sammy Hagar.
Right.
And it just, I mean, he whenever he does he was great with Montrose, he was okay, but he was still better by himself than he was with any other band, I think. Even Velvet Revolver and all that other, not Velvet Revolver, but what's the name of that? Chickenfoot, yeah. Even though, he played with those bands, okay, that's great. Had some great artists with him, Eddie Van Halen, of course, and Ronnie Montrose and all them guys, but he's always better by himself. I don't know what it is about him.
I'm better by myself, too, usually.
Yeah, well, that's what I've heard about you.
Yeah, but, he's 71 years old now.
Yeah.
71.
Yeah.
Sammy?
Hagar?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he
You don't
looks,
look it.
No, he don't at all. And that's what I was saying to my wife the other day. I'm like,
Wow.
It's
look at
the
him.
feel.
I'm like,
Hell, he's 2 years older than Bill Clinton. Have you seen Bill Clinton lately?
Hey, he's
Yeah.
married to Hillary.
Yeah, but he looks like he's dying. He
Bill
looks like
Clinton
that
looks
man is dead and stinking like Leroy Jenkins. I ain't never
he
seen
looks
nothing
like
like
death
it.
sucking on a lifesaver.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, he looks bad.
Well, the new reports or rumors are that he has HIV, and I don't know if that's true or not, but he looks
Oh,
bad.
Who? Bill Clinton?
Bill or
Yeah,
Sammy?
that's what.
No,
Bill-
Bill Clinton.
No,
Okay.
Sammy Hagar can't get HIV. He's awesome,
Yeah, yeah, no, he's married to a great gal too.
Oh boy, you heard it here first.
There we go.
Yeah. Here we go. The rumors start to fly.
I'd like to get him on the show. I did not have sex relations with that woman.
I did not inject that needle.
Oh, no.
I did not inhale. You lying motherfucker.
I did
Anyway,
not sleep with that. I did not sleep with that man named Hillary.
I gotta say one thing about Obama. At least he said he inhaled. I can say that. I mean, at least he told us the truth about his smoking it. So
I want to see Obama. I know I don't like to be political, but I want to see him come back after this Louisiana thing because he berated Bush so bad about the hurricane in New Orleans, and
Katrina.
he's out there golfing.
Well, let's not talk about him, man. I don't want to talk about him. I want to talk about rock and roll. And how
I want
about
him
we?
to come on the show?
You want him to come on the
Talk
show?
about politics when there's such a thing called bacon.
And
People.
I like bacon.
I like bacon
Bacon
too.
rocks.
Bacon does rock.
Like she knows
Well, get back to talking about promoting original music in our area. It's tough because people are, you need an open mind to come out and listen to a band you haven't heard before. And,
Right.
and that's why the cover bands are so successful. I mean, listen, I'm not to bash cover bands, but people need to kind of take a leap of faith and say, let me go check out these guys. I heard them; they're good. Okay, I'll pay a small cover fee just to come check out some new music. And there are some places down here that really that do promote original artists, and that's what's cool about it. And that's what's cool about it.
And you need the help, especially an original artist. You absolutely need a support structure because, I mean, if you're a cover band or a tribute band and you're doing AC/DC, everybody knows AC/DC, so they know they're going to go see that. But when you're an original band, they don't know what they're in for until they come, you know.
Right.
And thankfully,
That's when it's time to step up.
yeah, and we have social media that can help in some ways now too, which back in the day we didn't have that. And
Right.
you had to have, you know, the record industry back in like the 80s and that, if you didn't have a certain look, they didn't care. They didn't care about the music.
Yeah. And
Right.
it used to be you used to have to go to the club or the venue to go see the band. You didn't see him on the media,
YouTube.
on
Your
Facebook
computer.
and all that.
You
You know,
too.
so now you've got to use that. That's a totally different avenue in which you can use. Now I noticed on here you got on the first album, you got great reviews in Europe and the U.S. If after this new album comes out, what would you consider, man? You want to? Are you going to release first in Europe or the U.S.?
It'll be the U.S.
It'll be the U.S. Okay. All right. And are you going
Ask a
to?
question.
Actually, it's going to be both.
It'll be both at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, MJ.
My question is what is your favorite venue to play in the New York, New Jersey, Philly area? When you're actually, out and about playing live, what are your favorite venues out there that people should be checking out?
There's a lot of them that we had really good shows at. I mean, of course, the Stone Pony, the Wonder Bar, the Brighton. There's, the Red Buddha Lounge. There's a lot of venues out there that we really had good shows in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So definitely people should be checking those venues out. So you heard it here first. Make sure you guys go.
Yeah, we got a big show coming up in September at the Brighton Bar.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
Remember
I
that, you guys. Go check them out.
September 17th.
I like that the Red Buddha name. I want to check that out.
It's very cool. It's a very
Yeah.
cool little place.
It's
It
North
really is.
North Jersey, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and another place that's really trying to push live music, live original music.
That's great. Now, here's a question. One of my favorite guitarist next to Ace Frehley is from New Jersey. Have you ever seen walking around Zach Wilde at all?
I haven't seen him walking around. No, he doesn't hang out in the same place as we do.
Oh, that'd be
I
cool to
love
have
to
Zach
see
come
that.
up and jam.
He's definitely one kick-ass guitar player, though.
Yeah,
And
he really is.
I love him because he's from New Jersey, but he thinks he's from the South.
Yeah, he's got an accent, right?
Yeah, he does. But there's no doubt he's a great guitar player. Now, you mentioned earlier, one of you guys, I think or both of you, maybe Kiss was an influence for you guys.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think it was maybe just the era, the time growing up, and being introduced to rock and roll, and of course the theatric. Who didn't want to be on that stage on a drum riser 30 feet in the air with flames just shooting out all around you?
But you mentioned another one, too, that I think really influenced Kiss a lot, too, and that was the New York Dolls.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And those guys are very, very, very underrated, and it's time that they're not, because I think they did more for glam rock than anybody else.
They were doing that stuff 10, 12 years long before Poison and everybody else came out. If you look at pictures of the Dolls from 72, 73, and then you look at pictures of Poison from back in 84, 85 or whatever,
Yeah.
Same.
the Dolls were way ahead of them.
Way
They were.
ahead. Yeah,
And they had
were.
Buster Poindexter as their singer. How can you go wrong?
There you go.
I remember an offshoot of that would be like the Smithereens and a couple of other bands from there, and of course, they all spun off of like Lou Reed and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
As far as any of those bands growing up, did you ever get the chance to go see a couple of those bands? Did you get to go see the New York Dolls?
Well, I got to open up for them twice.
Awesome.
Many years,
Excellent.
many years ago in another band I was in, and that was like a big thing with me. So,
Yeah.
I would have loved that. I mean, was David Johansen in it at the time? Or,
Yeah.
was everybody in it? Oh, see, people outside of New York, New Jersey, really don't know about the New York Dolls as much as they should.
No, it's a shame because they were a big influence on Aerosmith, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, believe. I mean, if you watch David Johansen, he looks, and then watch, what's his country name now? Steven Tyler. They look the same, the moves and stuff. Like, and definitely they were. And, I think it's great that David Johansen said, "Oh, okay, it's done," and reinvented himself. I love Buster Poindexter. I don't give a shit if it's a gimmick or not. I'm glad he made some money off of music because he deserved to.
Oh yeah,
it's good high energy music. Yeah.
Sure, and that's New York Dolls are one of my top 10 unheard of bands. I would say that kids should listen to.
Yeah, and the sound, and me being the newest member and listening, to Desolate Row, and it really, stylistically, the music reminds me a lot of that era of those style bands. Mm-hmm. Whether it be a little bit of Rolling Stones here, a little bit of Kiss, a little bit of New York Dolls.
A little Johnny Winter.
It's definitely there. Yep. Oh yeah.
A little bit of Johnny Winter.
All right.
May he rest in peace. But
there's nothing wrong with that, man. Because I tell you what, music needs to go back to its roots because we got so much technology in rock now that are they even really playing instruments on these records? These top 20 artists.
Yeah. Yeah, this is raw rock and roll,
and that's what we like. Because
we record everything on analog.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's excellent.
That's great.
It's tape.
It's tape, and that's very cool because I know that's more an expensive process nowadays, but it sounds so much better.
Oh yeah.
And I like the clean rock and roll that comes from it. I mean, after a while, all that synthetic drums and all the synthetic shit that they've been putting on, actual rock albums. And when you hear it, it doesn't sound clean.
Right.
Is that the sound you're going for? Is it a little bit cleaner rock and roll?
I don't know about cleaner. I mean, it was the style and the preference of our producer, who's amazing, and he's gotten accolades for the quality of our recording. But I think it just lends itself to our sound. I don't know. Clean was really what the goal was.
No, I mean what I'm saying is there's not a lot of clutter on it. It's the drums, the bass, guitar. There's not a lot of the synthesized drum sound. There's nothing taken away from that. There's some good lead guitar in there, so it's more or less a clean rock and roll. There's not a lot of additives to the song.
Yeah, it's real,
pure, right, pure, right, classic,
the way it should be. And I don't even want to say classic. I think it's the new revolution is the vintage, the classic style rock, because, and I'm not even talking about the Led Zeppelins and stuff, but because of the internet, kids are finding bands that they never heard of before. Like I found Pentagram and all these bands that were around in the 70s that nobody knew about, and I think that's a big influence on a lot of today's music.
Oh yeah,
like Humble Pie.
Sure, because you turn your rock radio on in any town you're on, you'll hear the same AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, whatever. You'll hear those same songs that everybody's heard 9 fucking billion times. But you have the choice on the internet to find obscure songs, and I think that's great.
It is.
Right. That's
how I find my music.
My motto is music. The best music is the music you've never heard.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent point. I'll be playing some music around the house here when my son comes over to visit, and he's in his mid-20s, and he'll come over, and I'll have a classic rock song on here. He says, "Dad, who the fuck is this? This is awesome." And I'll tell him, well, that's Humble Pie, or that's Wishbone Ash, or whomever that might be, a Deep Purple. He goes, right. Deep Purple, that's Deep Purple, and that's Deep Purple, And he goes, wow. And he said, I know they did, Smoke on the Water. I said, well, listen to this, and I turn it up. So
it's pretty sad that Deep Purple's most famous song is actually their worst song.
Yeah, and they hated recording it. They didn't really want to, but they said, fuck it. It was almost like it was a joke. They almost didn't want to do it. So, that's the kind
waste off of him, and then check this out.
Yeah, right. Check this out, right? And so that kind of thing. When I was listening to you earlier today, I thought of that same thing, man. I thought that this is original. This is clean. and or pure, like you said. There's nothing added to it, and I put every song you got on that album in our rotation. So that it's not just a couple of songs; it's every song.
That really is terrific. I mean that's our goal, is to kind of just turn people on to people who are into the just pure music, pure rock and roll, and come get it.
Sweet.
That's what we
Come and
keep
get
telling
it. Yeah. Well, speaking of come and get it, why don't we do a tune and take a little bit of a break, and then we'll come right back and finish this thing up. Is that all right with you, fellas?
Yeah, man.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're gonna do. I think I'll just do "Come On, Come On." How's that sound?
That's fine.
Yeah, that sounds like a winner to me. If I can find the darn thing.
Yeah.
I know I got it, man. Yeah, I got it. Here
That's
it is.
because
I
you
found
stopped
it.
smoking.
Yeah, well, I'm a nervous wreck. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, let's rock and roll, man. Let's rock and roll. We're going to do Come On, Come On. This is KGFRocks.com and the Conjugal Visit.
Oh my God, my hair's
Yeah, we're back.
Yep, just keep
We're
doing it.
back.
I know it.
Yeah, I mean it's. I think that's the reality of it. Like again, I love that everybody's playing music, and God bless them, but just not everybody does it well.
No,
No,
not
and
everybody does.
no, and you know what? Too, we're back on the air, by the way, everybody.
Yeah, we're
back. The thing of it is that I don't mind when people, go try to do something like it's my dream to start a band, whatever. But you don't have to be amazing, but you have to have some kind of ability. I mean,
You better sound good. At
right?
least.
You at least have to know how
If you
to.
don't look good, you better sound good.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the '80s no more, where all you have to do is look good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
no,
the
that's
MTV
for sure.
generation is gone, which is great because we had a lot of bands that really shouldn't have made it. And I listened to some bands that came out in the '80s, like I said, through YouTube and I never heard of them. Like, why wasn't this band played more? And it's a shame, really, that we've spent the last 100+ years letting people in suits decide what music we play or
Yeah,
we listen
yeah,
to, what
yeah.
we like.
Y&T, you guys Y&T fans though?
Sure, absolutely.
That's it. You just
Definitely.
described them. I mean, they got lost in the mix with Poisons and Motley Crue. But
Well, because they didn't look good.
right, not the
Yeah,
pretty.
they weren't handsome. They weren't
Right.
pretty.
No,
Yeah,
but
which I
kicked
felt was.
ass.
I felt that was kind of a misnomer. I wasn't really into the hair band. I was into the music, but not the stylings of the bands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
I went to see. I went to see. Who did I go see? It was a hair band. Girls. Okay,
Motley
you know what I'm
Crue.
talking- Motley Crue. I went to see Motley Crue. And I looked up there and I said, "What the fuck are they wearing?" And I had no clue. I just know I knew their music. I had no clue. I didn't even look at their album because I heard them on the radio so much. I didn't even bother to buy the album. I didn't have to.
I remember when I bought Poisons, open up and say, my dad said, or, no, not open up, say, look what the cat dragon. My dad picked up the album and said, these girls are pretty hot. I'm like, yeah, they are. And he really thought they were girls.
Wow, she's hot.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I was about to say you fag, but I couldn't say that to my dad.
No, you can't say that to your dad. I mean, he didn't know.
But it was a
You
style
know.
then, and Y&T wasn't the look. But the only ugly guy or ugly band to make in the '80s was Ozzy. That's
Yeah.
it. And Lemmy. Oh, Lemmy is an ugly.
He did make amazing music, though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
But
great.
That was more the metal scene, but the hard rock scene, you had to be pretty in the '80s.
Right.
You did.
In the
And you have to be
'90s, you had to be
pretty.
dirty.
But Kiss did a good thing by putting on all that makeup because they are not attractive.
Some
Some of the ugliest men I've ever seen.
They
in my life.
really. He really needed that makeup.
He looks like a drunk Cher.
It's horrible. Even with the plastic surgery, it didn't fix it.
Oh, the plastic
I made
surgery.
it worse.
It did make it worse. Now he looks like a.
We're bringing
Ray
back
Barbra
bad
Streisand.
looks and good music.
There you go.
Well, you know what though? I still give him credit though, because being that old to get out there and still put that makeup on, that's got to be a grueling task every day.
Yeah. Right, well, if I got paid what he did to do it, I'd do
Oh
it.
shit, I do. I'd wear an ass clown uniform.
There you go.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, they did it right way. Some people say they sold out or whatever. No, they made a lifetime. They made a mint in their set for the rest of their life by doing what they did.
No, they
Yeah.
knew they were ugly, and they had to do what they had to do.
Yeah.
So when you earn money to do what you do, like to do what you love and play music, it's win-win, regardless of what form it takes. Just I do it all day, every day.
And anybody would, because anybody that says, "Oh, I'm not going to sell out," I remember Metallica. We won't sell out. We won't sell out. Then they kind of sold out and tasted that money. Then they completely sold out. And money changes everything. It really does. Who
Yep.
wants to live in the little house when, oh shit, I just recorded that album. I can buy this house on the hill with a big pool. That's what I want. It changes the whole game.
I remember Dee Snider telling a story about how one day he got writer's block. He goes, I'm sitting floating in my pool looking around. He goes, what do I got to be pissed off about?
Right. Absolutely. And he wrote some of the greatest tunes when they were poor and couldn't get a record deal.
Stay hungry, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're right. After Stay Hungry, they did Be Cruel to Your School, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Because he was floating in that pool, But that's probably what happens to a lot of people, unless you're like Nikki Sixx and you're on heroin all the time and your whole day life's a struggle. Then you can write music like that.
Yeah. It's definitely an art to be able to write.
Sure. And so, who's the writer in the band? Is the writer here or on there?
Well, Bruce writes mostly the lyrics. Steve comes up with the riff. We work on that. I write the drum parts, and it's really a collaborative effort.
And that's usually the best music. I love the collaborative effort because everybody's own self is in that song a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I gotta ask, man, who is the influence for the song "Gotta Get Away from Jane"?
Oh, you tried to blame that on me, didn't you?
It's Wendy.
It's Wendy. It is.
That was before me.
That was before you.
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't want to say.
No. Here we go. Go ahead, Bruce.
No, I just wrote that about all the nut jobs I've come across in the last so many years.
That's a great song. I love it. It's a good song.
I just made up a story, I just figured, there's a junkie queen and Jane's just a nutcase. I mean, everybody's come across that one nutcase in their life.
Everybody knows a Jane.
Everybody
I
knows
know
a
about
Jane.
12 of them.
I got a few on my mind that I'm thinking about right now.
That's my middle name.
They just never get it right,
They just never had it. They never gave you what you needed, right?
No.
Yeah.
I love those junkie ones that they take 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. That's such an awesome thing to see, when they do that. I used to sit out to my bar and watch them. Look at that junkie just walking 1 step, 4 steps back. You'll get there tomorrow.
Quite a dancer.
And she ain't no lady.
Right, true.
No, she ain't no lady. No,
that's true.
She's not an all-star either. I'll tell you that. She's probably an all-star down on the corner, but not necessarily. But everybody knows at least one Jane, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was listening to that the other day, man. I said, man, that's a great freaking song. I really was into it. So yeah, it was a lot. I had a lot of fun to listen to.
I'll be honest. That's one of the songs that pumps me up the most, and I think we recently opened with. I said let's open with. Let's try this as an opener, and it went great. Yeah,
Good. Good. That's a great song, and that would be considered like a B-side, right?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's great. We do it great live. I mean,
right.
It really comes across really well live.
Have you ever recorded any of your shows live?
Not yet.
Not really.
Not like
a live.
Not professionally.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that in a video. That one, and also the other one that we did tonight, Shake That Thing. Do a live video to that. That'd be fun.
well, yeah.
That's
on grooves.
You know who's playing bass on that, right?
Who?
Kenny Aronson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays on 3 tracks on the record.
Excellent.
And you know who Kenny Aronson is, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Uh,
Well, he was in, I know him from Haas, or whatever the hell the name of that band was.
Dust. He played with that band with Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, Neil Sean.
Yeah.
Whatever it was their name, their initials or something.
Yeah. Who else? He played with Brian Setzer on a couple albums from the Stray Cats.
Sure.
Right.
He was in the last incarnation of the New York Dolls.
Oh, cool.
So I became good friends with him a few years back, and I asked him to do some tracks for us, and because we didn't have a bass player, and he did the Shake That Thing, Norris, and Skin to Bone.
That's awesome. And that's really cool because he's really played with a lot of great people, and he's a great musician himself. So,
Oh yeah. Rolling Stone gave him Bass Player of the Year in 1988.
oh, cool. And you can always say now we got a bass player of the year on our track. That's
There
a
you
good
go.
promo, you know. See, I'll be your promo guy. No, I'm just kidding.
He's good at it.
No, I'm not really, because I forget what I'm doing from day to day. So, but anyways, when you guys are playing next in September, what day did you say it was? September 17th?
September 17th. Yeah, we got a big lineup. It's going to be a rock and roll extravaganza. So
That's cool. So a bunch of groups on the bill.
Yeah, it's us, the Gripweeds, Stone Baby, and the Raz Band featuring Joey Mullen of Badfinger.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
wow.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
That
I didn't know anybody was still alive that big.
And almost Joe Vitale was going to be there, but he's playing with Joe Walsh.
Oh,
So-
that's
And he was going to do the show, but he couldn't.
it's a bad thing to be the name Pete and be in the band Badfinger.
Yeah, right?
Because Eddie, can you believe both of those guys hung themselves?
Yeah, isn't that something? And they were such a great band.
They were
really
an
were.
underrated songwriting partnership there. I mean, they wrote Nielsen's most famous song, and they wrote a lot of great songs themselves. They are one of those other ones that are very underrated.
Baby Blue.
Baby Blue, great too, and the Beatles thought they were good, so that's
That's
good.
because they were on Apple Records.
They were
too.
on Apple Records,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And didn't Paul do write one or two?
yeah. No matter what, wasn't it?
No Matter
No, not
What.
No Matter What.
What's that one?
No,
If you wanted, here it comes.
Yeah,
Remember
if
that
you
one?
wanted, here it comes.
That's it. Come and get it. That's the
Come
one.
and
Paul
get it.
wrote.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to be playing that night too. So
Good old rock
That's
and roll.
awesome. I would love to come see that. Unfortunately, I'm like 400 miles away from you, but
actually,
You know,
I was asked to do a song with them that night too. So I might go up there.
I
Excellent.
would definitely do that.
So.
Now, is he performing as Badfinger or just himself?
He's part of the Raz Band, and they're going to be doing a bunch of Badfinger songs and stuff that Raz Band does from their albums. So he's going to be doing some of that too. So it's going to be like a mixture.
Cool.
They'll break into a bunch of Badfinger songs, and then they'll go into other stuff. So it's going to be a great night.
Excellent.
James will be there too.
And they're flying out from California just for this show.
Awesome. I wish I could do that.
So, do we have an estimated time of release on the new album?
You know, we're looking around March of next year,
Okay.
somewhere around there, like
That's fair.
late winter.
Well, we'd like to help you guys release it. Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
Oh hell yeah!
Well, we'd be happy to have that and have you guys on the show again, and we can talk again about the new album this time. And folks, tell folks where they can get this current album.
They can get on Amazon, Amazon UK.
MVD Entertainment,
MV
Main Man Records, and theeasyouts.com.
TheEasyOuts.com. Okay, that's pretty easy. TheEasyOuts.com.
And you guys said you're having a performance coming up soon, right? When is that again?
We just all talked about that on the 17th.
We're in September 17th at the Bright.
Sorry, I'm stoned. I want to make sure. Well, tell them again.
September 17th at the Brighton.
Okay.
October 1st will be at the Grape Room in Philadelphia.
Nice.
And October 9th will be at Otto's
Shrunken Head
in New York.
New York.
You should come up to Buffalo or down to Buffalo or whatever.
By then you'll have 10 feet of snow, won't you?
We not that much anymore. I mean, we're
No?
I was, you know.
Yeah, it'd be just their luck.
Absolutely.
It'll be asshole deep to a giraffe. They come up there and see you. Yeah.
Global warming.
Yeah.
I think what the plan is, we're going to do these shows, and then after that, we're going to finish up this record so we can get it done.
That's a good idea.
That's
So.
a good idea. Yeah, you want to get that on the road and maybe get some live dates in or outside of the region there, and kind of break loose a little bit maybe this time, huh?
Definitely.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Well, you got my vote, man. I'll bring you here to St. Louis. Maybe do a show here in St. Louis. Do one in Buffalo. You'll do the KGF Rocks tour.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. That's
Do
what
a
I'm
show in
planning.
every city. All right. Well, maybe we could talk about it. Man, that's a great idea. I just came up. Let's write that one down, Guido. Okay, that's an
He's
idea.
got to write it down because he'll forget about it. in
I
8
will
minutes.
forget in about 20 minutes, right? I'll
Yeah.
be done with it. I won't remember a damn thing.
We would love
Well,
to come up there.
Yeah, I'd love to have you out here, man. I bet you guys would fit in really well, and I know of at least one venue that would do you justice for sure. So,
Cool.
yeah,
Awesome.
excellent. Okay, well, listen, guys, thanks for coming on the show tonight, man. It's been awesome. An hour. We took an hour.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Excellent. We're so glad you come on board, and just tell our listeners again that all of the songs from this album are this recent album. It's Desolate Row, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then all of the songs from that album are in rotation at kgfrocks.com, and we're going to do another song here by these guys. What do you want to take us out with?
Norris.
Yeah.
Norris?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's give Norris a spin.
Give Norris a spin. Okay. Well,
And tell everybody to check us out on Facebook.
Yeah, definitely. Go like their Facebook page. I did. It was real easy. That's how I got to become, a part of this
Easy.
thing.
You could go to their Facebook and get their easy in and easy out.
Yep. Get the easy in and the easy out. Ooh. Now there's a conjugal visit for you. Bye, guys. You guys have a good evening. Thanks for joining us. This is KGFRocks.com. See you when I see you. We'll
Thanks,
be right
brother.
back right after this song. Norcy, huh? Killer song, dude.
Very good tune.
Yeah.
It rocks.
Yeah, that's a good song, man. That's and like they said, it's got that flavor of almost like classic rock. It's good stuff. Really good stuff.
I started a band.
You started a band?
I did. Well, it's kind
Started
of
the whole
actually
world singing.
our first gig is the same day as the Easy Outs gig. It's September 17th.
Really?
Yeah.
You started a band?
Yep.
With what?
What do you mean with what?
With who?
With well, on drums it'll be Tatman Dave, the tattoo artist, who's also a drummer, and then my brother Chaz is playing guitar, and a friend of ours Joe is on the bass, and I'm the vocalist.
You're gonna sing?
Yeah, it's called the Achy Breaky Hearts, man. We're doing country classics.
You're a liar.
I swear to God, dude.
You are a liar. You're
No, I'm
not.
I am.
No, no, you're lying. You're pretty much lying to me, right?
And not at all. We're doing stuff like, Garfield, Johnny Cash, and stuff like that, It's
Really?
just, we're all rock guys, and there's so many rock bands here in Buffalo, so why not do something different?
Right. Okay. Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, so
Serial. Serious?
Serious, dude.
The Achy Breaky Hearts.
Yeah, well, we might change that name. That's just a temporary name until we come up with something different. I thought about something like we're doing 90s country a lot, so like 90 West or something like that,
Right.
But, it's just, we're just doing this one-off gig on the 17th. Only do 3-4 songs, just to, and then see if we get a reaction. If we get a good reaction, why not do it? not full time, but whenever.
So what's
yeah.
your first gig? Is it going to be at a bar or
No, it's at a benefit.
it's at a benefit?
So they're real guaranteed to be people there. So it's not like we have to worry. I don't know how many people, but there's still going to be people there. It's a benefit, so you don't have to worry about promoting so much. People are going to see you already. And all I want to do is gauge people's reaction off it. If they like it, they clap, and they genuinely look entertained. And then maybe do it. If not, then fuck it, and I had fun.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
I'll record it for you.
Okay. All right. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Hope
Yeah.
it all works out for you. I get. Have you guys practiced yet?
Not yet.
Have they heard how awful your voice is?
No. Who said it was awful?
I don't know. That's just the impression I get.
No.
You
Yeah,
got
I've
a
done
good
it
voice?
before. Yeah. Well, I'm not freaking Freddie Mercury,
Well, no. You're a little deep for that.
but my voice fits country music better than anything. So.
Right.
And it's got that raspiness and the lower register where you can do a Tim McGraw or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I couldn't do a '80s metal band because I can't scream or get my hit those high notes. But in country music, you don't need to be a great singer; you just need to be a good singer.
Yeah, but you got to be good looking too.
Well, that department's already covered.
Oh, I see. You think?
I'm gonna wear assless chaps
Assless chat. You lie.
and a cowboy hat. That's it.
You've been lying to me. You're jerking my chain here.
No, I won't wear the assless chaps. But no, I'm not. I'm serious.
You are jerking my chain.
No,
Call it the Redneck Truckers.
that's a good name.
Why not? What the fuck? You might as well use it. We don't use it on here anymore.
No, because
KGF Rocks presents the Redneck Truckers.
we don't use it because you're racist and you won't let them on.
No, I'm not a racist.
Against the redneck trucker.
Oh, no. Redneck Trucker's cool, man. Yeah.
Well, we got to get.
I searched the world over and thought I found true love.
Yeah, maybe you should.
met another and I was gone. What?
You should get your own band,
No, I should not.
the McKermit Frogs.
The McKermit Frogs.
Yeah, that'd be a good band.
Is country big in Buffalo?
Country's huge in Buffalo.
Is it really? Come on, cereal?
Yeah. It is, and dude. Garth Brooks came here and sold 7 shows out twice. Both times he came here.
Well, that's Garth Brooks, though.
Yeah,
He
I
sold
know,
out
but
here in St. Louis, too.
There's country concerts here all the time, and they sell out all the time. It's like
Well,
crazy.
that's because they got, I got to see Garth Brooks. It's not
I'm not
because
just talking about
the
Garth
music
Brooks.
is any good.
A lot of there's just the other day, Brad Paisley was here and he sold out a venue, the same venue that Disturbed sold out. So we sold out Disturbed and Brad Paisley in the same month.
Really?
That's Buffalo. It likes a different kinds of music, but Buffalo likes what they're told to like, pretty much.
Right.
So if the country station's playing, a song, or the rock station's playing a song, they're going to like it. I don't want to say that everywhere, but I think that's in every city, actually.
Well, they do a pretty good job here, too. I mean, they sell out shows here all the time.
Right. Country
Paul
music's
McCartney
huge
was a
everywhere.
sellout. They had standing room only seats.
Paul McCartney is, you can't count Paul McCartney in any kind of statistic on selling tickets because he's Paul McCartney.
Right. Well, why? I mean, what difference does that make?
He's a friggin' legend. It would be like Elvis still being here, and you would be more surprised if somebody said, "Oh, Paul McCartney."
No, that would be cool. I mean, Elvis would be cool. If Elvis was still around, I would pay that extra price to go see Elvis.
Oh, me too. But you would be more surprised if someone said Paul McCartney's concert tonight in St. Louis did not sell out.
Oh, no, I'd have been surprised.
Right. But you'd never hear that since when? Since ever. Paul McCartney has never not sold out a show. I guarantee you he has not ever not sold out a venue.
Right.
Since he was in the Beatles.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So he's not a fair one to talk about. Even if Elvis was still here, he would be another one not fair to talk about. The Stones, not fair to talk about selling tickets. But these other bands that are still selling a lot of tickets, like Disturbed, who
And Brad Paisley.
and all these other Tom Petty.
Well, isn't Garth Brooks a legend?
Oh, Garth Brooks is definitely a legend without a doubt. Garth Brooks is like the Elvis of country music. He's the man. Matter of fact, when you talk about most records sold in the world, the top three are Elvis, the Beatles, and Garth Brooks.
The top three.
Those are the top three selling people of all time. And but then if you break it down and look at it, the Beatles have had and Elvis has had 9 billion records released. They've had every compilation, and Garth Brooks has only had a fifth of that of those releases, and still sold just as much as them.
That's pretty fascinating.
It is, and he was one of those guys that look at his Central Park concert, dude. 1 million plus people showed up.
True.
And he's just one of those icons in any form of music. I don't care if he's country or not. He is up there with the Beatles and Stones and Zeppelin, all those other people. What the are you doing?
I had to fix my mic. Sorry, am I blowing your brains out?
Everybody in the
sorry
in
about that,
America,
folks. Everybody out there in Radio Land, sorry I busted your eardrums.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. So sorry about that. So, anyways, this week you picked the White Stripes.
Yeah.
Killer fucking selection, dude.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about the White Stripes in 25 years?
No, they're not that old.
Aren't they? I thought
No, they came out in 98.
98? Well, that's 20 years ago.
Yeah, I guess it is 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
It is. It's close to that. Well, and I heard you talk earlier because I was, listening to the show before I came on, and obscure. Yeah, they're obscure to some degree, but
they're not. They're not hit makers. They're great artists, but they're not hit makers. Really, I think they were hit makers on the East Coast, or.
But they sold probably a lot of records, dude. They sold each of their first 3 albums were million plus sellers.
Right. I know. I appreciate that, but they're still a little bit obscure compared to some of the other bands we've had.
Sure. Oh, they're more obscure than some of the other bands we had. But last week we had another obscure band, the Stray Cats. The way I look at it is, yeah, we're gonna throw the Led Zeppelin in there a while, a Deep Purple, and that. But everybody does that.
Right.
Why we want to do some bands that nobody gives the credit to either. And to me, the White Stripes, did a lot they brought back riffs in guitar playing, because when in the 90s the riffs went away.
Right,
it was
exactly.
all blended. And then Jack White came out and started riffing, and people were like, what the hell is that? And they sound a lot. If you sit and listen to the White Stripes, and then you go listen to 60s stuff off the Nuggets album, like that garage rock stuff, they sound a lot alike.
Right.
And
yeah, they sounded really good. I was listening to them earlier, and I said, wow, who's this? And I looked up and I said, oh, no shit, that's White Stripes, huh? Because I don't recall their music. I know I will when I hear it.
Right.
But I don't recall all their music. I really
No,
don't.
their music wasn't played. I guarantee you your radio station, KC, hardly ever played them, okay?
No, probably not.
But a station of new rock, because I know KC's not a new rock station, is it?
No, not for the most part. No, they're
right. So I'm sure you have a new rock station in St. Louis, and I guarantee you that station played the hell out of the White Stripes in the late 90s.
Yeah, they did.
The White Stripes were a part of the new change in styles of music. The cool thing about Jack White, who is in the White Stripes, the White Stripes are only 2 people.
Right.
Yeah, it's Jack White on vocals and guitar, and his ex-wife. They were married before they made a band. They created the band after they divorced, is the drummer. And that's all it is. So you hear the guitar and the drum, or he'll play keyboard and she'll play the drum. That's all you ever hear is 2 instruments. So, but they started this. Jack White does things differently. He started recording on only vinyl, and now his new music that he records in a sound booth that was built in 1920. Right. So it has all this old ways of recording and stuff. Like he was singing it on a video I saw it, and he's singing through it looked like a megaphone or something. Like that's how he records. He loves, the past. And now I'm not just talking about the '60s. Beyond that, he loves music from all genres. Like he thinks like auto tuning and digital shit is all garbage in rock.
Right, exactly.
So I give the guy a lot of credit. And to have a band with 2 instruments and sell millions of records, that's freaking awesome.
That's not bad at all. You can't, that's one thing that you can say about KGFRocks.com. We don't play just the hits.
No.
We never have.
And we never will. I mean, we do play those hits, but we don't
play just the hits.
Right.
We mix it in, man. It's always a good mix occasion. So tell me, this last week we had, was it their debut show?
Yes, Podcast Rock City.
Podcast Rock City did their first show Wednesday night. I wasn't here. Of course, I had to work. But what were they? How did they sound?
They sounded really good.
Okay.
They played some really good Kiss music and some solo people. The songs or the bands that ex-members of Kiss were in after Kiss or during Kiss or whatever. And they talked and conversated a lot about things that I think our fans will find interesting. So check them out. I mean, they have their own podcast. We found them. They came as guests on our show, and like the band that we had on tonight was saying, that bands have to help each other out. That's kind of how this internet radio thing works too. We all try to help each other out. But I think they're going to be a good asset to us, and I'm glad they're with us.
I'm glad they're with us too. That's kind of nice. I enjoyed knowing that, and I'm going to try and listen. I don't even know what my freaking schedule is for Wednesday, but I'm going to try and listen in on Wednesday. I think I'm off Wednesday night, so maybe I'll come in and check them out Wednesday night. And then to our listeners out there, you want to check them out too. Check out all of our DJs. We've got all of them. Rob Boyer on Monday night. We've got Diamond. We've got our good friend over there, Nighty Fox, and we've got Night Wind, and also we have can't forget Wild Bill Hill, and let's see who else. Me every once in a while. Shit, I already said Night Wind. I did a show last Tuesday.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. I shit you not.
I didn't see Hell freeze over. What? No.
Yes, Hell did not freeze over, and I did a show Tuesday afternoon. I just felt like going on. I played some music. You were at the restaurant, so you weren't listening. I was wondering if you were listening.
What day? Tuesday? No, I was off Tuesday. I was at the county fair.
At the county fair, eating corn dogs and funnel cake.
Yeah.
Eating corn dogs and funnel cake there at that country. Is that where you came up with the idea with this country western music you're gonna be playing?
No.
No.
It's just something that I listen to.
Redneck noise.
I listen to all kinds of music. I don't just listen to rock. Rock's my favorite, but I listen to all kinds. Like today, what I listened to all day?
Country.
Well, kind of country. It was Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett?
Mm-hmm.
I like some of Jimmy's stuff. I mean, I like some of it.
You're a fair weather fan.
Yeah, some of it's okay. Some of it's kind of stupid, but some of it's okay.
It is okay, and that's why music is great, because we all have different opinions on it. Because I know there's things that like you think are out of this world, and I'll listen to and be like, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
and it's
vice versa, and vice versa.
And it's all about how you grew up too. Like,
right.
Your parents sometimes are influenced on you. I grew up in the '70s, so my mom would always play, like Margaritaville or whatever, and I'd hear it and keep hearing it. And then as I got older, I'm like, well, let me listen to some more of his stuff. And you know what I mean? And
if you listen to, let's see, there's a couple of songs. Please, let's see, Please Come to Boston. He did a couple of really. That's
not him.
That's Messina, right?
No, that's Michael Martin Murphy.
Michael Martin Murphy. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a couple of his that are really good. I'll get it. Smog of L.A. or some bullshit.
Smog of L.A. How about
some bullshit?
How about Come Monday?
Yeah, come Monday. That's it. That's the one.
A pirate
That,
looks at 40,
yeah. I mean, some
changes
of
his
his stuff is
attitude.
good. I mean, it's okay.
You, see, that he's different though, and that's why I liked him because he started
Right.
off country, and then created his own style called golf and western music,
My
which is
wife can't stand him.
really why.
Yeah, I don't know. She just hates him. She can't stand Jimmy Buffett. Maybe she had a boyfriend who used to do her while he was listening to. I don't know.
Do you know
He
what's
just,
funny about Jimmy Buffett is he didn't have many hits. He really didn't. But he's got more money than some of the people that had hits in the 70s because
True.
he invested. The dude's worth over $500 million. He's worth $500 million.
Right. He knew how to invest his money.
He did, and he's
He
got his
was no
own
dummy.
planes and everything. I mean, like, he did it the right way. He took his money and just invested. And why those, bands that sold the records in the 70s and blew all their money, he's laughing back at 71, living the good life.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah,
I'm
he's got
sure
it
he's
made.
got a few boats.
Oh, he's got a hell of a lot more than boats, man.
Yeah.
He's got himself a yacht and
He's got a
everything else.
seaplane that he was driving. They were flying from Jamaica, and they thought that they mistook it for a smuggling operation, and they were shooting at his plane. And on his plane, he had the owner of Island Records and U2's Bono on the plane while they were shooting at him. They got
Really?
it all sorted out and realized that Jimmy Buffett wasn't smuggling drugs and were apologetic, but he wrote a song about it called Jamaica Mistake.
Jamaica Mistake, huh?
Right, and it's a good song. So I mean, he's got a lot of things. His songwriting was definitely based upon his life, and each song that he wrote is kind of like a tale of his life. If you listen to him,
Killer.
Killer, you don't give a shit.
Killer. I do care. I mean,
Tell
it's gotta-
Mrs. Tell Mama Freeride I'm sending her Jimmy Buffett's box set for Christmas.
Okay. She'll love you for it forever.
It's called Boats, Beaches, and something I forgot, but
Boats, beaches, and palm trees. Something
no, I
like
think it's
that.
boats, beaches, and bars.
And bars. Yeah. Okay.
So
Dives.
I'll be sending that to the free ride house for holidays. He
for-
said, "Oh
for
no, I will send you for the holidays Jimmy Buffett's Christmas CD.
Oh, disgusting.
I will. That's what you're getting.
Uh,
I'm going to send you that one, and I'm going to send you Garth Brooks' Christmas.
and Garth Brooks. No, what you can do is you guys need to record right away. The Redneck Truckers.
Well, we have no. I can't. How am I going to do that? What am I going to do? Set up a tape recorder?
Oh yeah, and go in the bathroom and play in the bathroom hey, they did it. Used to do it a long time ago. They'd record a song in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Hey, so is that guy the bass player? You got a bass player?
Yes.
You got a bass player? Is he going to play the big bass or is he going to play the? He's going to.
Why would? When's the last time you watched country music? Nobody uses an upright bass, dude.
They don't. Yeah.
Where-
What?
Are you from like 1927? There is nobody in country music that uses an upright bass.
No, nobody.
No.
Stray Cats use it.
Again, that's not country.
Oh, that's not country. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But they don't do the. Elvis used to have an upright bass.
In 1957, he did. Yes.
Yeah.
And then he
Right.
changed to electric bass in the 60s.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. He grew with the technology. I see.
Yeah, well, nobody wanted to lug a big fucking bass around anymore. You know, I'm sure it wasn't easy to lug those damn things around.
So next week we've got an open date. We don't have any booked. I can't say who I'm working on, but because I haven't got confirmation yet. But we will definitely have a show next week, come hell or high water, and we'll announce that on our Facebook page, Twitter, and other places.
Yeah.
So check that out, and check out all of our shows over at our YouTube page. Okay, and that is kgfrocks.com at YouTube. Okay, check that out. Also on Facebook. Check out all of our shows through our website. You just go to our website, go to the Conjugal Visit box up there in the top right hand corner, and you click on that, and all the shows will be there. All the shows will be there.
We
And
hope.
you can even download them if you want to and keep them forever and laugh anytime you want to because we are funny people. We really are.
It depends
try
on what your definition of funny is.
I think we're freaking hilarious, man. You know what? If you didn't think that some of our stuff was funny, some of it's funny.
Some of it is.
Tonight, not so much. But it was
Well,
a good interview. I mean, it was a
It
great
was,
interview.
yeah, it was awesome.
You guys know their music, and I think they're going to go places because I like their music. So, I don't know that.
Is that, see, people in America, that's all you have to do to go far in this business is have a free ride like your music.
That's it. That's
That's-
it. And if Free Ride likes your music, then you are on your way.
That's it, man.
That's
it's
it.
like
That's it.
I'm going to send you my demo, man.
I'm going to bring these guys to St. Louis. That's what we ought to do, man. We ought to consider that. So, hey, folks, if you think it's a good idea, just go to our front page, okay, on Facebook, and go in there and leave us a message. Say, yeah, that's a good idea. But a good idea would be the KGFRocks.com concert tour, where each of our DJs living in different states. We got Louisville, we got Buffalo, we got St. Louis, we've got Oklahoma City, we've got California, and then where else have we got one? That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
No,
St.
where
Louis.
where does Nightwind live? He lives in.
He lives in Ohio, I think.
No.
So
Does he live in Ohio?
It's either that or Kentucky. I think-
Kentucky.
yeah, it's either Kentucky or Ohio. But we can go to Louisville. We can have concerts all over, and we'll bring the band. So if you think it's a good idea, the KG, we don't have the money for it, but hey, you never know, man. We might be able to raise it. So
We do take food stamps.
we do take food stamps. That's right. We would be willing to feed bands, and put them. They can sleep on my couch with my dog, and we'll put out pallets on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Chaz
this
lives by
point-
himself in Buffalo, so we can have him.
He can be the hotel.
Right.
Yeah, but Chaz will bring women too. So hey, there's a perk. There's a perk for you guys. Okay, so all right. Well, we've pretty much beaten this one to death. You think?
I think.
You think? Yeah. Well, listen to all the shows at kgfrocks.com. All of our people do this for free. So the only gratification they get is if you listen. Okay. And we appreciate you listening to KGFRocks.com. We appreciate you listening to Conjugal Visits for our interesting interviews. And I want to send out a special thank you for MJ420 for filling in tonight. And also thank you, Guido, for joining me. I appreciate it, buddy. And I want to extend a huge thank you to the Easy Outs. That was Paul Lambert and Bruce. Yeah, great show, man. Great show.
And Wendy.
Guys. And Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. You're awesome. I'm going to have to get a soundbite from them. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, right? All right. Well, we've beaten this one to death. This is a Free Ride saying see ya. And Guido?
See ya.
See ya.
It's Sunday night, and this is the Conjugal Visit on KGFRocks.com.